Hello everyone, welcome to Genius Dreams Education channel. So today we are going to look at how we can design this simple birthday flyer within some few minutes. So before you start, please subscribe to my channel to get weekly videos on Photoshop and website development. So now after you've subscribed to the channel, we are going to start to look at how you can create or design this birthday flyer. Actually, from the flyer, we are wishing this person a happy birthday. At the same time, there's going to be a birthday party. That's why I'm having some location and dates at the down. So first of all, I'm going to create my new window, Control N, and I'm going to use the 4x4 with a resolution of 300. Then I'll create my new working space. So the first thing is I'll go in for the rectangular tool and draw my rectangle. So within this rectangle, I'm going to choose a filling color of green, and then I'm going to make the edges round and press enter. So I'll then go in for my next image, or I'm going to add an image to this part. I'll then transform this image to cover the entire space. So after that, I'll create a clipping mask effect for this image. So after creating the clipping mask effect, I'll then select a blending mode. So I'm going to use the linear bend blending mode for that. Then we will get this. So now this is how the background image looks like. So I'm still going for my rectangular tool and then draw a rectangle here. So this rectangle, I'm going to make the edges round and then choose a background color, the filling color to be white. Now press enter. Then hold the Alt key and then drag to make a copy, or you can use Ctrl J to make a copy. After that, you press on Ctrl T and then transform it in. So let's select this and change the filling color to green. Press enter and then let's position it well. So press Ctrl T and then transform it out to more. So now this is okay. Press on enter. So the next thing is I'm going to group those two rectangles. So you select both of them, press on G, then you group it. I'm going to call them as rect1. Then I'll save it. So on this rectangle, I'm going to then bring in my next image. So the next image I'm going to use is this image. So I'll drag and drop it to my window. Then I'll rasterize it. So after rasterizing it, I'll then go to window, then come to properties and remove the background because I don't want the background. So as we are waiting for the background to remove, please if you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so and subscribe to the channel to get weekly videos on Photoshop and website development. So I will then bring this image on top of my rectangle. So let me bring this image on top of this rectangle. So after that, I'm going to right click and then create clipping mask to get this out of it. So now this is how the image is going to look like. So after that, the next thing is I'll still going for my rectangular tool and draw another rectangle here again. Make sure the edges are round as usual. Then I'll choose a filling color of white. I'll then press enter to get this out of it. Next thing is I'll still go in for the rectangular tool again and then come here and draw a small rectangle. And this rectangle, I'm going to choose the filling color of no color and then set the stroke to white and make it the width to be about 10 pixels. Then I'll press on enter. This is what I'm going to get for that part. So the next thing I'll do is to go in for my next image, which is this one. So I'll position it here and I'll go to the layers and then rasterize this image too. So I'll right click and then rasterize it. After that, I'll go to Windows and then Properties to remove the background. So as you are waiting for the background to be removed, please, if you are interested in affiliate marketing too, I will be providing my WhatsApp link in the description button, the description section. You can WhatsApp me or you can email me to start your affiliate marketing. If you want to get an account for affiliate marketing, you can do so by messaging me on WhatsApp and I'll provide my information in the description side of the video. So now let's continue. Let's click on Ctrl T to transform this image out small. So for this image, I'm going to reduce the opacity to somewhere about 40%. So I think this one is okay. Then let me press on enter. So the next thing is let me go in for my last images. So the last images is the location image. As I said, this birthday flyer, we are wishing the person a happy birthday. At the same time, there's going to be a birthday party. That's why I'm bringing this symbol for the location. Then I'll go in for my last image for the period or the time. Let me position that one to here and transform it in. So now we are done with these two things. So actually, I'm done with all my images. The next thing is for me to start with my test. So I'm going to write all the tests. As for the test, I'm going to write all of them. Then you see how you provide the styling part for the test. So now I'm done with the test. So you are going to look at how we can provide the styling part of the test. As for the test, you just go in for the test too. Then you you click here. Then you write your test. So anytime you go for the test too, you click here. Then you start typing for all the tests. So the first thing I'm going to start with is the cheers to another year. So I'm going to choose a font family. The font family I'm going to use is the Berlin Sans FB. I'll set it to regular and then I'll increase the height to somewhere about 400% and with a font size of 12. I'll take the spacing in between the text to 300% and choose a color of it to be white. That's for that part. So the next thing is I'm going to provide the next one to be the birthday. So let me work on the birthday. So I'm going to select that one and then choose the same font family, but I'm going to increase the font size to somewhere about 30. So when I increase the font size, then let me position it After increasing the font size, then I'll position it here to see. First of all, let me select this image and shift it to the left side small. So I'll go and select that layer. That's red one. Then I'll move it to this side. So after that, I'm going to transform this image to that one was part of our images. So Control T, and I'm going to transform it out. Now this is okay. So I'll then go in for my birth layer and then position it. So let me decrease the font size small to somewhere about 24 and see 24 is too small. So I'll use the 30 and then decrease the distance in between it to 250% and then press enter. So I'm going to get this out of that. So the next thing is I'm going to select the day. Let me drop it down here so that I can position my birth to here. So now I think this one is okay. So left with the happy. Here is the happy, and I'm going to position that one to here. So due to the position of the happy, I have to adjust the birthday small. This one small, then adjust this one to small. So now I think this one is okay now because you can see this one is visible. Good. So now we are done with this part, and for this test I'm going to use the same font family throughout. So I'm using the Berlin Sans FB for this font. That's the font family for all of this one, and all of them too. The font size is 18. That's the font size I use for all of them. So the next thing is the next test is this one. So all the tests within here, this, and that too, I use that same font family and the same font size for this one. So this test and this test are using the same font family. Okay, so now that's the styling for all the tests. So the next thing is, let me position the chairs too well. Let me position this one small, adjust it here. So now we are done. The next thing, I'm going to select all the tests and provide some styling effects to all my tests to make them more visible. So I'm going to select all and group them as tests. So within that text, I'm going to provide a shadow, a drop shadow to them. So I'm going to add a little drop shadow to them. So this text were included. So after that, we add a drop shadow to this text down the left one. So let me decrease the spread small. And then the distance, you see when we increase it, this is how it's going to look like. So I'm going to adjust it to suit the color or how I want the text to appear. So I think this one is okay now. I'll then press on OK and then come and add a drop shadow to this one and this one too, the date and the fourth. So I'll just click on the FS drop shadow, then I'll press on OK because I'm going to use the same effect that I set for the original one or the first one. I'll click on this one too and the FS drop shadow and then click on OK by applying the same effect. So the next thing is I'm going to provide a green color for these images. So I'm going to select those two images and I'll group them. So here are they. I'll select them and then press on G. So I'm going to call them as IMG. And for me to get the green color of these images, I'm going to draw a rectangle to cover them and then select the filling color to be green, and after that I will create a clipping mask effect to produce or get the color for those images. So now you see we've been able to get the green color out of it. So the next thing is, let me remove this text from that group because it's not part. Okay, so now it has come to the normal. So the next thing is I'm going to also draw a rectangle and put this one to inside. That's the fourth. Then that this thing. So I'm going to put it on top of the layer, that layer, and then draw my rectangle here again. Another rectangle. So I think this one is okay. Then I'll make it round and then choose a filling color of no color and set the stroke to green color. And I'm going to increase the rate of the stroke to somewhere about 10 pesos. Then press enter. Let me drag it inside some more and then press enter again. So I'm then going to move it to somewhere here like this and then leave it like this. So the next thing is I'm going to increase the font size of the 4. Let me increase the height of the 4 to somewhere about 300%. Then let me position it here. So now I think this one is okay. So the next thing is I'm going to select the rectangle we just drew. So for this rectangle, I'm going to select it and let me rasterize it. Okay. So I'm going to go in for the lasso to the rectangular marquee tool and then I'm going to cut this part off. Let me rasterize it and then cut it off. Then press Ctrl D to deselect. Delete it. Ctrl D to deselect. So now you can see that part is not there again. So this is how this part is going to look like. So the next thing is I'm going to increase the font size of this. That's the date. So I'm going to select it and then choose increase the font size to somewhere about 24. Let me check 30 and see. 30 will be too much. Okay, 30 is okay. So I'm going to use 30 for the font size of this one. And the fiat width, let me increase the font size for the location too. So that one is within the text. So let me come within this text and then select this one and increase the font size to 24 and then position it well and increase the font size of this one too to 24. So now we are done with this flyer. So the next thing is I'm going to select everything and then add hue and saturation effect to it. So let me select the text. I'm going to select everything. So I'll then press on G to group them as one. And I'll come to this layer here and I'll click on it. So after clicking on it, I'm going to add hue and saturation effects to choose my preferred color. So I'll just adjust them to get the desired color I want. So as you can see, as you are adjusting it, the colors will be producing. Then you choose from it the one or your preferred one. So I'm going to use this one. Let me add some lightness to it. This one is too much. Okay, so I'm going to leave it like this. Now there's a shadow on the down part, so let's remove the shadow. Okay, so the next thing is let me add some small brightness to it. So you still click on that same layer, then you click on the brightness. Then let me check the contrast. Now I think this one is okay now. So now you can see we are done with our flyer now. So this is the birthday flyer you can design as a beginner in Photoshop. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel to get weekly videos on Photoshop and website development. See you in our next video. Goodbye.